It's Thursday night, and you know what that means? Just a Bit Outside radio show live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Share the link, share the love, like, subscribe, all those good content creator begging things that we like to do. But tune in and participate. That's the best thing about this. So as always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, how's it going?
Hey, what's poppin'? What's going on, everybody? Happy Pride. We are in the last week of Pride Month, and it's been a lot of goings on here in the 410, yo. Um, nice weekend. But before we do that, man, I'm about to ask you, how you feeling tonight, yo?
Pretty good. The 9 to 5, it's the end of fiscal year, so it's been crazy hectic, and can't wait for tomorrow to be over.
Word. So, as I was saying, there was a lot going on around town. This weekend, Baltimore had its annual Pride Festival here in Charles Village, in my backyard. And, Mark, I gotta tell you, since Major Keisha has hit that 40 mark, she has slowed down a whole lot, right? So, I like to leave the partying, the quote unquote partying to the younger kids out there. But I do go out and walk around because it's like in my backyard, and I'm a fat girl at heart, and I love my junk food. So I always like to walk around and get it at the bare minimum a snowball and like some funnel cake or something. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So this year it was super cool this year. They kind of expanded it a little bit. Previously, it had just been up and down like the Charles Street corridor, but this year they included some of the cross streets, my street included, and they had like vendors that were selling like clothing and jewelry and all different type of knickknacks and stuff. So I took a little extra time on Saturday walking around and checking out all of the things that the festival had to offer, man, and it was super dope. It was super dope.
Very cool. Very cool.
Hell yeah.
I know the festivities didn't end there because last night you had some fun.
Yeah, baseball game. It's Pride Night at the Yard yesterday. That's always a good time and a great way to end the Pride Month here in the 410. The Orioles lost, but we'll talk more about that because we do have some good things to talk about with the Orioles. Oh, yeah. We are about 2 weeks away from the All-Star game, and we have an opportunity to have multiple players in the All-Star game, and that'll be great. And when I say multiple players, I multiple like starters.
Yeah.
For real, which is like the first time in a long time because we've had multiple players before, of course, because we may not win, but we are the shit. For real. Like, we might not win, but we have some great players. We always have some great players. But that's a different story this year, of course. But so we'll talk more about the Orioles in a minute. But so we had the Pride Night at the Yard, and you know what, Mark? I have to fix a statement from last week's show.
Uh-oh.
And this has to do about what's going on around town. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you guys, oh my God, I sincerely hope that there was nobody that went to the yard last Friday because my ass said Shaq was going to be there. But it was not last Friday. It is, in fact, this Friday, June 30th. I came to yards after the game against, what are we playing, the Twins?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, don't sleep on that series because the Twins have been doing pretty good as of late. But yeah, Shaq will be out there this Friday. It's also Bucket Hat Night. I wish I could go. if I didn't have tickets to this other event that I'm about to tell you about in a minute, I would definitely be out there. But it's going to be a good time. And, DJ Diesel, aka Shaquille O'Neal, will be on the ones and twos afterwards, spinning it up. I'm not sure if they're going to have fireworks. Somebody let me know if they are. But it's going to be a good time out there. But me, I will be a little further north, up in Charles Village, for the first installment of the Baltimore Museum of Art's summer event series, Art After Hours. I go to at least one every year. It's really cool. They open up the BMA, for the late night. They have party, DJ, food, drinks, of course. They got a little something for everybody out there. Come as you are. It's really a great time. And, I want to shout out a good friend of mine, Tracy Beal. We have had her on the show before, Mark, but she is actually producing that event at the BMA tomorrow night. So I'm looking forward to bumping into her. That's awesome. And talking with her and, chopping it up and having a good time. So, if you're going to be at the BMA tomorrow night, look for me. Major Keys will be out there in full effect and in rare form. It's going to be fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It really is great. I mean, recently the BMA had this, everybody's been doing something, and some sort of homage to the 50th, this year being the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. BMA is no different. They got involved. They had a hip-hop exhibit. I hope it's still there tomorrow because I went there about a month ago for an event where they showed this film about Tupac Shakur's early years in Baltimore at School for the Arts and at Roland Park School, yeah. which was really cool. But they recently had this 50th anniversary hip hop exhibit where it was all sorts of cool things. It wasn't just about the music; it was about the fashion. It was about the lifestyle. The BMA has just really did a really fantastic job of capturing 5 decades of just complete awesomeness. And I was saying earlier, I hope that it's still there tomorrow because I would love to be able to stroll through that joint again and take in some of the things that I may have missed the first time around. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. You know what, man? That might be a good thing for you and the boy to do, because he's really coming to his own as far as hip hop, and he has for his age, he's gotten a mature enough mind for him to be able to appreciate, the trailblazers and the pathway for, what hip hop is today.
And maybe learn some things too.
Yeah, man. So that's definitely something to do. And then that's family. That's for everybody. Family friendly, man. To take it back to the roots on the hip hop is absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great. So, okay, I done went off on this tangent on this art shit. Where we at now, yo? Let me take a look at the menu. Okay. Mark, what you want to talk about first? Alright. You know what? I know what I want to talk about first. Let's talk about the NFL. Man, okay. NFL is always fun in the off season. Always something going on in the off season. And here at Jabo, you know how much we love our friends at FanDuel and DraftKings and all those sports betting partners. But apparently, there are a few NFL players out there that love them just as much as we do, maybe a whole lot more. Mark, what the hell is going on in the NFL with the sports betting?
Well, apparently today was a suspension day in the NFL because they announced a whole bunch of suspensions. It wasn't just the gambling ones, but the gambling
ones. It was all types of shit, man. You gotta love the NFL all season. Yeah, they don't know what to do with themselves, man.
They just like being in the spotlight still.
Yeah. Yes.
The draft was how long ago? We got to get some news out there.
Right, sit your ass down. I don't understand. Well, let's talk about these suspensions.
Yeah, the gambling ones definitely took the spotlight today. There
Yeah.
was 4 players in total. 2 with the Colts, 1 a free agent that used to be with the Colts, I believe.
Yeah, Demetrius Taylor.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they were suspended indefinitely, but definitely going to miss the next season. So it could go past this season that's coming up.
Which would be okay. So let me just dissect that. Let's just digest that part right there.
Okay.
You know, that long of a suspension, it leads me to believe that these fools received at least one warning. What do you think?
Is it warning, or is it maybe betting on games they were involved in?
But I mean, I feel like, you know, if this was like a first infraction. I mean, because this is honestly, this is what we know. We're just finding out about this right now, right?
Yeah.
There's plenty of shit that's going on behind the scenes that we do not know. I just feel like, you know, due to the length of the consequence, like, there had to have been at least one warning issued previously. What do you think? Or do you think we would have heard about the warning if there was one?
I don't know if we would have heard about a warning. That's a good point.
Right. You know what I mean? Because I mean, suspended indefinitely for this to be the first time that we're all here. Doesn't that seem a bit harsh to you?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like severity of it, like.
Yeah, like, you know, I feel like these kids had to have at least received like one type of warning or something like that. Because for this to be a first infraction, I mean, the punishment and the crime, so to speak, it just does not match up. Or is it more to it than that? Like, that's just wild to me.
Yeah, well, that's why I was thinking more like, is it games they were involved in that they bet?
Right.
Maybe it's.
And those details have yet to come out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we're probably hearing some. It's got to be more to it than that, because indefinitely, that just seems like. So the first 3 guys is indefinitely. The Tennessee Titans offensive tackle, Petit Ferrer, I guess that's how you say his name. He was only suspended
4 games.
6 games, looks
6
like.
games, yeah.
6 games. So, you know, like, I'm just dying to find out, like, what exactly is the goings-ons with these infractions, you know, because those are just like 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. I was expecting, like, 6 games for everybody involved.
Yeah.
When I first heard about this. But,
and there was rumors earlier in the week that.
It was. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, you know, there's got to be something else going on with this. Do we have any comments on the feed? Looks like we have some comments on the Facebook feed. You want to check the YouTube feed, Mark, about this, because, you know, this is a big deal, especially with the NFL.
Yeah, nothing on the YouTube feed.
Ooh, okay, all right. So we got a couple of comments on there are a couple of comments on the Facebook chat. It says the one that got suspended for a prop bet that he could control. So either he, you know, bet on himself or bet on something that he directly affected in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, the one that got the 6 games was because this dummy did it while he was at work. Oh, and see, that's the other thing too. Like, yo, we have got to be smarter. If you're gonna do it, you gotta be smarter and not so lazy. Like, first of all, you got to find yourself a friend, somebody that you really freaking trust. Preferably somebody that's not seen with you often, to put these bets in for you. Why are you, like, of all you know what? The dummy that got the 6 games for betting on NFL property, he should have got the whole year just for being dumb. You know, like, I mean, to sit up on NFL property, to open up a damn app, then get caught, like, it's a special kind of stupid, yo.
I got a question for you, though.
Yeah.
So, they bring the players in the office. They're sitting down, kind of like a principal and a student kind of thing.
Yes.
So you think when they're, like, informing them of their suspensions, they were like, unfortunately, we got to suspend you for X amount of games for this amount of time. What happened was we caught you betting on the official sponsor of the NFL, FanDuel. Make sure you bet through FanDuel because we want our money too.
Dude, you know what? It would be hilarious if FanDuel would be just savage enough to flip that their way. Like, come to FanDuel, we got all the hits. Just ask the NFL. Just like, man, that is, man.
The NFL's like, we want our money too. We get paid by these places, but don't bet.
Right. Yo, do you remember when they first even introduced this whole idea of it, how we talked about how in the devil is this going to be contained, and kept from the players because it's just everywhere and so easy. We talked about this on this show, Mark.
Yeah.
And it's been what, one hot season, and here we are. One hot season here in the state of Maryland and a few other states as well. I mean, it's wild. It's great. That's great. Well, God bless the degenerate gambler.
And I know the Colts aren't, anything, but at least it happens to some AFC teams because, put them all back. The Titans. The Jaguars. The Jags actually got a suspension too. And I think a tackle for 4 games for substance
abuse, right?
So that's probably the big one right there. Get the Jags, out of contention for the AFC title, and we're good.
Yeah, and I hope everybody over at the Castle and the Ravens camp, I hope y'all had a team meeting and gave them boys a good talking to, because we cannot afford to make any headlines. Major Keys put the money up. She put the money up for the Ravens to be representing the AFC. I believe that strongly.
Yeah.
So I put the money up. Actually did a 3-leg future joint, with the Ravens taking the AFC, the Orioles to take the American League, and for the LSU Lady Tigers to run it back on the championship.
Hey, I take your easy money picks, so I put a little bit of something on that too.
Did you? Good for you, because that is it's mighty profitable. Mighty profitable.
Yes. I
think my little 25 is if the gods are so giving to bless me with this luck, we're talking north of 17K. So, it's just for shits and giggles type thing. But we need everybody to be healthy. We need everybody to have their heads on straight, and we don't need any suspensions of any kind. So, like I said earlier, sit your ass down. Please. Oh, man. Okay. So, what else do we have on the menu for tonight? So, we talked about the football. Let's talk about the Orioles. So, Orioles are still looking good. All right, Orioles still looking good. As I said, we got somebody on the feed that said not a lot of sympathy for those guys, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think we have much sympathy for them either. They knew what the rules were. You're not supposed to do it. So hey, it's whatever.
Yep.
It's time to pay the piper instead of the bookie. But let's talk about the Orioles. Still going strong. Cincinnati Reds came into town for some interleague play. Mark, I gotta ask you. You know, since we're almost there to the Midsummer Classic, at the halfway mark of the regular season, how have you been enjoying this new setup in the major league of everybody plays everybody at least once?
Uh, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of used to it now, I guess. But
Yeah.
I still liked the days of like the American League played the American League, National League played the National League. It made the playoffs just the World Series just a little bit more special, I thought. But
I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that.
yeah, I mean, we're used to it now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, I've been enjoying it. You know, I like the idea of, that I will have the opportunity to see every team at least once. You know, if I was to watch every Orioles game that was played.
Yeah.
There were a lot of teams that would only make an appearance, against the Orioles maybe once every 3-4 years. So to get an opportunity to have a chance to see each and every team and try to, at least be familiar with all the players around the league, I think that's pretty neat. And I also think that, it bodes well for, our next topic, which is, the All-Star game. What is it, out in Seattle? Is it Seattle this year?
Yep, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle. Which is, they got a great park, a great sponsor. Mark and I love T-Mobile. Thank you for MLB TV all season for free. They're awesome. I love it, and it's been great. It's been great, especially for analysis and stuff. But so out there in Seattle, what I was saying, when you get a chance to take a look at all the teams and try to get at least one look at all the players out there, you get to it helps as far as this All-Star voting, which is going it's going down to all of the first two rounds, right, have gone down. I believe the selection show, the All-Star starters are revealed tonight on ESPN.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to start at 7, but I haven't seen any.
I did too. Huh?
I haven't seen any names come through yet.
Okay, you got it up on your TV. Let's see, maybe I should pop that up too. But I thought it was supposed to start at 7. They might have like some type of introduction ceremony. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But the Orioles had been doing fantastic. So as we said earlier in the show, we had the potential to have, more than one starter representing the Orioles in the Midsummer Classic. So let's just take a few minutes to talk about that. The first player that I'd like to talk about is one that is not going to make it, and that's Cedric Mullins. He really had he had a pretty good season up until his injury.
Yeah.
And when we talked about the injury earlier in the month, Mark and I both expressed concerns that this could really hurt his All-Star campaign. And unfortunately, I think that will be the case this year, yo. Or it is the case this year. So tough break for Cedric, but we do have several players that have been doing fantastic, and like I said, can make it to the big show. Who's your first? You pick a player that you'd like to talk about that you think has a really good chance at making this starter roster. Bob.
Oh, I like. I think you can't go wrong with Austin Hayes. Like.
Yep. He's up there. He's definitely up there. But yeah, I mean, what is it about Hayes that you like the most? Is it his offense or defense, or it's, you feel like you got the total package there when you're dealing with Mr. Hayes?
I think he's definitely total package area. I mean,
yeah,
he's out there in left field, which is tough in seasons past with
Yes.
Camden Yards, but they fixed that for him.
Yeah.
Which I guess actually makes his job a little bit harder because now he's got more balls to run down instead of just let him go over the wall. But his offense is great too. He's always he's not like the home run machine, but he's always helping the Orioles get runs in. Dude's got production.
Yes.
What's he
Okay.
batting? He's batting like 314 right now, I think.
Yeah, he's kicking ass. He's kicking ass in the batter's box. That is for sure. I mean, he's got a good eye. He's got good good swing selection. Man, I mean, the strikeouts are kind of down. It's really good for him right now. And I'm not only a homer, but I really do. I like his chances out there and to represent in left field. I really do.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about two kids that I've been raving about all season thus far. We always talk about how great our infield is and, how great Cedric Mullins is playing his position. And, we've kind of struggled with the Orioles from a pitching standpoint. Right, Mark?
Yeah.
But, this year we've got two guys, The Rock and the Mountain. All right? I mean, these guys are fantastic and have literally been doing the damn thing from the bullpen, right, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
We've talked about them a few times.
You said what now?
We've talked about them a few times. Like, they're definitely...
Yeah, I mean they're fantastic. We like I said, we still could do a little bit better with our starting pitching, but they've been doing good enough. And the thing about them doing good enough, when you know that you have Cano and Bautista coming like available to close the game, that just makes you feel a little bit better, and it's like a security blanket for you. You know what I mean? Because you know that you're not going to drop, that many games, that many close games. Okay, in those 8th and 9th innings. Cano, he's the younger of the two. He's the Rock. I feel like he is very lucky to have the Mountain, Felix Bautista, to be working with him because Bautista's a little bit older, a little more experienced, and can pass along some some good knowledge, and they have turned out to be a really lovely 1-2 combo for the Orioles late in the games. Man, when you look around the league, how do you like those two chances to be part of that starting lineup, Mark? 2 weeks.
I definitely think you can't go wrong with either one of them. Do you think both of them can make it?
I think it's one or the other. Actually, it might be Felix might have the slight edge. He might have a slight edge over Cano. But I mean, if it would be great if both of them could make it. But I just think it's just going to be one or the other. I don't think we're going to be able to slide both of them in there.
I mean, the All-Star roster is bloated, so they get like 36 pitchers. So yeah, they might.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed for both. Yeah, they've just really been fantastic, man. And big shout out and crabs to all three players thus far. I also want to talk about Adley Rutschman, Like, he's. I also feel like he has a pretty good chance to squeeze up in there. He's been doing fantastic. We have been loving every bit of his play ever since he came. He's been called up. I mean, best of luck Best luck to him as well. And, you know, let's do an over under, yo. Over under 3 Orioles and the Oriole players in the Midsummer Classic.
That's a push right there.
You gonna go with the push?
Yeah, if you go 3.5, I'll call under. I think for starters.
Okay, all right, let's do that. Let's do that then. 3.5, and this is for our outsiders as well. You know, over under 3.5 Oriole players to be represented in this year's Midsummer Classic. Mark's gonna say under. Major Keish is going to say over. Dog, we are the 3rd best. I believe we are still the 3rd best team in the American League. You know, there's no reason why we should be able to have 3 or 4. If the Orioles had freaking pinstripes on their backs at this point in time, do you think they would have 3 or 4 players? More than 3.5 players? I believe so. So let's go ahead and give the Orioles their props as well. Major Keish is going over 3.5 Orioles. I wish this was a prop because I would lay money on this joint for real. But yes, I feel that confidently. I feel that confidently with the Orioles. They're playing fantastic, man. Maybe coming through. And why not? Why not, you know, Ellie Rushman, Austin Hayes, Cano, and the new King Felix on the block to go to the All-Star game. That's my 4 pickings right there, yo.
Okay.
Hell yeah, I feel that strongly about it. Yes, over 3.5. Like I said, if you got a comment on that, please put it up on the feed. Okay. We're going to go just a bit outside the realm of sports real fast. Your mom's commenting on the feed, dog, and it seems like the air conditioning is a family thing here.
Well,
it is,
yeah.
looks like she said something's going on. Mama Mosley, something going on with the AC?
Yeah, it looked like it went out in her.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I am not gonna send Mark home to fix that for you because your son does not believe in air conditioning.
Look, in the house, it needs the air conditioning. Okay.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We also have another comment. These athletes are supposed to set an example for the young people. It's time they got back to their roots for the NFL, NBA. I can dig it, and I fully back you on that. They are supposed to be role models, and you know, I'm totally there with you. On these comments, gentlemen. Thank you so much for participating on the feed. Do we have any other comments on the YouTube feed before I move on?
Nothing yet.
All right, so we talked about the All-Star game. Let's talk about how much time we got here. Okay, let's talk a little bit about another. I guess we could say. She's not necessarily a rising star, but she is really transcending the game and really letting people know how good she really is. Let's talk about some WNBA. You know, we said we would give them some more burn this season, and you know, this year has been very exciting in the WNBA. I'm pumped about that. I mean, I went to my first WNBA game a couple weeks ago, which was awesome, and I've really been following. There's been a lot of great storylines. You know, the WNBA has super teams as well. They got 2 super teams playing each other tonight, but I would like to talk about forward for the Connecticut Sun, Alyssa Thomas. Now, Mark, do you know why? And this is definite come through. This is, I guess we'll say, this is first come through of the night. Miss Alyssa Thomas is with her her outstanding play, most notably during this past week in the WNBA. Why don't you give everybody a little taste of, what she's been laying down on the hardwood, yo?
Well, I know she's had a few triple doubles now.
Yeah.
I know I saw the news on the second one. I didn't see the third one till you mentioned it today.
Yeah, she's currently the WNBA record holder with triple doubles. She had two before this week went down. Which is it's extremely hard to do in the WNBA. She recorded 3 straight triple doubles in a week's time. And she recorded her third one on Tuesday when the Connecticut Sun beat the New York Liberty. So, Alyssa Thomas has been balling her ass off. The Connecticut Sun have been, they've been doing all right. They are currently, let's see here, where are they at? They've been doing good. Their record is 12-4. Right now they would be seeded, looks like number 3, in the playoff hunt. They've been doing really great, and a lot of it has to do with Miss Alyssa Thomas, yo. So, first come through of the night goes to her, and her awesome play, because, like I said, there aren't that many triple doubles that go down in the WNBA, and for you to be the league leader with 5 all time, of course, that's quite a feat. So, big ups to Alyssa Thomas, yo. Really cool, really cool. Tonight we got 2 super teams. I was telling y'all, we got the super teams now in WNBA. We got 2 super teams facing off in Las Vegas. It's going down at 10 o'clock. We have the New York Liberty taking on the Las Vegas Aces. Now, Las Vegas Aces, of course, we all know we got the super awesome, Candace Parker on the squad. They are the best team in the league. Mark and I were talking offline. Aces have only lost 1 time. The New York Liberty has my girl, what's her name, Breonna Stewart, heading up their squad. They are 10-3. So let's go ahead and talk about this line here. The odds for the Las Vegas Aces is 6.5. They are the favorites. Let's see here. What are these total points? I believe it's 161, but I'm not going to talk about the total points because that's not my easy money pick. But I am going to talk about this spread here with Las Vegas Aces, 6.5. I was telling Mark offline, I'm just looking. The Aces have only lost once this season, and that was against the really awesome Connecticut Sun that we were just praising. I am going with the underdogs tonight. This is an easy money pick. Take the Liberty plus 6.5. Yo, they are due to drop a game. The Liberty are another super team. They match up well against the Las Vegas Aces. This game is not going to be a blowout, people. This game is going to be close. Stewart is going to be turned up, and she is going to want to make a statement tonight. I'm telling y'all, easy money pick, 10 o'clock tonight. Lay that money on that New York Liberty plus 6.5. Mark, I want you to pick a winner for that matchup tonight, yo.
I will respectfully disagree with you.
Yeah!
I'm going with the Aces. I mean, their one loss was to the Sun. the New York Liberty, they don't got Alyssa Thomas, so you know.
Yeah, right on, right
But
on.
I totally agree. It's gonna be close. I'd probably take the under on the points there for 6.5. But yeah, aces all the way. They've been destroying opponents. It's not even funny.
They have, like, dude, like, yo, I look at the odds for the WNBA all the time, and like, yo, the Aces, their spreads be like -17, -16.5. It's like, yo, who's making any money off of this? Because like, that's too scary for me. I mean, and if you are playing the money line, you'd have to put down like $2,000 just to get 100. So, I mean, the Aces, the Vegas Aces are for the Vegas big ballers. You know what I'm saying? But, you're absolutely right. I mean, they've been kicking ass and taking names all season. I think they will meet their match tonight. And if anybody wants to watch that and doesn't have like regular NBA, WNBA programming, that will be on Prime Video tonight, man. We are definitely enjoying the benefit of sporting events branching out to other media outlets.
Yeah, I believe the O's game is on Peacock on Sunday.
Yeah, oh my gosh, and I love it. And you know who my favorite alternate, I guess I have to say alternate, I'm going to call it an alternate outlet.
What's that?
Yo, Apple TV.
Yeah.
I love watching the baseball games on Apple TV. Let me tell you guys about watching the game on Apple TV. They will give you, like in the bottom corner, they will give you all types of crazy stats, like hit percentage, strikeout percentage, and for a statistician like myself, like I love little tidbits of information like that. I mean, it's really neat. And not only do they give you like all of these crazy ass stats and crazy facts and stuff like that, when a song is played in the stadium, dude, they will give you the artist and the name of the song. Like, yo, you know how much I love music too. So it is like fully interactive. It's so much fun to watch a game through that outlet, man. It's really my favorite out of the alternates.
So like, when a player has walk-up music, they'll show that information.
Yes.
Because
yes.
like, some of them like they might get. I've seen like the Undertaker's music from WWE. Like, I wonder how they show the information there. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you love that though? Like,
yeah,
it's like I said, like, like fully. It's really interactive. I mean, you're interacting with the people at home while they're watching, and like if you're not watching alone, it's great conversation pieces and stuff like that. Like, man, I really love what they have done with sports, and that's another. I hate Apple. I hate Apple everything. You know that. I'm Team Android for life. I am a leader, not a follower. I hate Apple, but I love watching sports with them. That's one thing I will say. They did get that right.
They got some pretty good original series on there too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit! We might as well just talk about this because I actually watched the last episode last week. This is something that we do not talk about often on this show, but I am a huge, let me go ahead and take it to Pretty Women, big, huge Ted Lasso fan, yo. Oh my God, it is absolutely fantastic. That series included, it's up in the air whether it will be coming back or not. I mean, the way that the third season ended, you can see that they left it open and they're not quite sure what they're going to do. I sincerely hope that they come back because, I thought the third season was the best season of them all. I really enjoyed this year with Ted Lasso. And, if you're not familiar, it's about, this country-ass guy from the football coach, like a real American football coach, from the Midwest going all the way over to England, right, I was going to say Richmond, but I'm going to say Richmond because he'll be like, Richmond, Virginia, over to England to coach a football team, what we call soccer here in the United States. And man, it's just such a feel good, heartwarming series, man. I mean, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll piss you off. Lots of life lessons in there, and big shout out to Jason Sudeikis with that, man. Cause I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, it was a great series. I really hope they continued in some way. And
Me too. Me too.
Man.
Even if it's just like freaking, I mean, Beard stayed. I will continue to watch for the Beard. I'm a big fan of the Beard. He's a weirdo. I love him. You know, and the owner, that lovely tall glass of freaking water, man. She's so, oh man, that is one a major Keisha approved hot white woman. I can't remember what her name is.
I know the character is like Rebecca, but I can't remember the actress's name.
Yeah. The lady that plays Rebecca. Oh my goodness, she is just freaking fantastic. I mean, her and the Gwendolyn Christie, the one who plays Brienne of Tarth and Phasma, General Phasma in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those are two tall glasses of white lemon water, man. I'm telling you. They are just, oh man, they're smoking hot to me. They are major Keisha approved.
There's rumors that the girl that plays Keeley on Ted Lasso, that she might be joining the MCU soon too. So
you said that she might be what?
Joining the MCU.
Are you serious? Oh,
yeah.
She would be great for that. Because she's funny.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like from maybe a comic relief standpoint. I think she would be great for that. And good for her because, the acting in it was just great. I mean, Roy Kent, oh my God, I love him too.
Yeah.
Oh man, You gotta bring it back, Jason, please. I'll die without Ted Lasso in my life. Alright, checking over the menu right now. I don't think we have anything else. Is there anything for Real on Wrestling that you would like to add?
Well, we did have a little WTF.
Oh, yes! Oh, shit. Yes, please. I'm going to let you take care of that one because this came via special request from one of our outsiders in our inbox. So I'm going to let Mark handle this one.
Yeah, well, the NBA draft was last week, and as these young men like to do, they definitely showed up and tried to show out. The fashion always hit or miss. But I got to tell you, one young man with the interesting name of Grady Dick, he...
I knew I should have muted myself.
he kind of took the headlines there with his interesting outfit. I got it up there on the screen, and
my man, I was going to ask. I was praying I hope he has a visual because this is not going to work without a visual. My dog, go ahead, yo.
I'm not sure what quite inspired this look. It kind of MC Hammer, kind of the ruby red slippers from the Wizard of Oz. A blind person's sunglasses. I really don't know. And I'll give a really good second place. Who was this? Let me look up the name. Okay, Keontae George. He got a little bit wild there because he looked like he was coming straight from the jungle. Got the leopard print. Got the Rock black shirt with the necklace.
Oh gosh!
I don't know what these guys are doing. But now that they're making their millions in the NBA, get a style consultant.
Oh. It's well done. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad you had the visuals. Oh my dear tears, my eyes are sweating. Oh my goodness.
Did you see the comments?
No, please read some of the comments.
That looks like a couch from the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it was a tribute to Dorothy because he's from Kansas. I hope that's... Oh.
Yo, if that is serious, and yo, if that is for real, yo, he might win. Yo, seriously, he might fucking win, dog. That is funny.
Good golly.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, man. These kids are the most creative, envelope pushing, dead devil ass children I've ever seen in my life. Yo, like, yeah. Why would it be any different when it comes to their fashion? I'm telling you. Oh man, that's fantastic. Oh my god. I like my face. All right. Well, that's all we got for you guys tonight. Thank you for tuning in. You know how we end this show. 410. Spread love, yo, man. It's the summer of love out here. All 2023. We're still in a pandemic, and what the hell is this with malaria? What is going on? Like, yo, that's kind of scary, man. And
popping up in a couple of states, yeah.
Yeah, and don't it just seem like all of the bad stuff starts in Florida and Texas? What's up with that, Joe? Like, seriously. We're going to talk more about that. When we going to talk about it? We're going to be off next week for holiday. Mark, we'll talk a little bit offline about that. But, yeah, hopefully this whole malaria thing is just a small little blip and won't grow over the next 2 weeks. But if so, we'll talk more about it in about 2 weeks, you guys. As we always say, still got diseases and stuff out there. Wash your hands. Wash that ass. I'm Keisha. On the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, my man Mark. And we are just a bit outside. You guys enjoy your holiday. Love one another. Hug one another, man. It's a beautiful life. Peace, peace.